How's it going, everyone? This is Abe's Card Collection back with another Through the Mail Tuesday video. This week we had 8 returns from all across the country. Starting here with San Bernardino, California, out on the West Coast. Have a nice hard card in here. I hope everyone is doing well and are excited as I am to see what we got back this week. Wow, okay, Phil Villapiano. Was not expecting this one, mainly because I sent these to New Jersey, and they came back from California. It's pretty cool. Let's see what we got here. A 1975 Topps, and then a 1977 Topps. Now this is actually a Mexican card. See in the back here, everything is in Spanish. But Mr. Phil Villapiano, again, very nice return. Won a Super Bowl, multi-time Pro Bowler. Hung around the game a lot. Love watching him on all the like NFL, where they go back NFL films and talk about everything. Kind of from the 1970s. These came back in just 14 days, and there was no fee required. Very nice autograph. I think this is actually the second time I've gotten him before. These 1977 Mexican cards are they're interesting. As you can see here, it's kind of very rough on the edges. So I remember like the 1960s Venezuelan cards are just really tough condition wise. So very cool. But thank you, Mr. Phil Villapiano. Put those right there, and we'll move on to Rochester, New York. Got another hard card in here, and we have another linebacker, Maxi Bond. Check out that 1961 Fleer, and I want to say this is like a 66 Philadelphia. So 2 of 2 success. He had an absolutely incredible career with the Eagles and the Rams. He was an NFL champion in 1960, which I think was his first year with the Eagles out of Georgia Tech. And was a 9-time Pro Bowler, is a part of the Eagles Hall of Fame, is part of the College Hall of Fame, but is not a part of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And I think a lot of people would agree he probably should be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I mean, 9 Pro Bowls, that should get you in. But who knows, maybe in the future he will. After his time as a player, he went on to be a coach for a very long time. First at his alma mater at Georgia Tech. Actually, interesting enough, he was their defensive coordinator, I think, from 72 to 73, and then came back and played for what is now the Washington football team for 1 year in 1974. And then went on to coach the Colts and the Lions and a couple other teams in the NFL. So very nice return. This might actually be his rookie card. I have not. It's a 61 Fleer. I think that's his rookie. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll go with it. These came back in 32 days. Very nice. So 2 for 2 on football and 2 for 2 on linebackers. Let's go to Charlotte, North Carolina next. Make our way down the coast. East Coast, that is. A couple cards in here. And we have, as I drop them all, Ben Coates. Collector's Choice. A nice little Donruss Bronze Preferred. These are all from the 1990s. And then this 95 Select, which looks a lot better in person than it does on camera. These I really like, these Donruss Preferred. I think they're from like 97. Very nice. There we go. Try to get the glare off. But Ben Coates, he was a 5-time Pro Bowler for the New England Patriots. Won a Super Bowl with the Ravens in his last year in 2000. And was a part of the NFL All-Decades team, which, if you guys follow, you know I love that stat, making an NFL All-Decade team. Usually that means you're going to end up in the Hall of Fame. Not sure if Ben Coates will completely stack up. He did have 499 receptions, 5,555 receiving yards, and 50 touchdowns. So some pretty good numbers, especially for a tight end. But Ben Coates, 3 of 3 success in just 16 days. Very nice. Thank you, sir. We'll put you down here with all these other football players. And go a little up north to Baltimore, Maryland. Feels like we have a hard card in here. Ben Coates. I was surprised to see he signed. Let's see. Ooh, Ron Hanson. I think this is his rookie card, a 1959 Topps card. Former Baltimore Oriole, former Rookie of the Year. I believe in 1960 he was a Rookie of the Year and made both All-Star games that year. After that time, he put up a really good rookie year. Of course, that led to him winning Rookie of the Year, and then kind of had some injuries and things kind of slowed down a little bit for him, but he was a pretty solid major league shortstop for about 10 to 12 years. I think he broke in with the Orioles in 1958, and his last year was with the Kansas City Royals in 1972. He had a .234 career batting average with 106 home runs and just over 500 RBIs with 501 RBIs. This card came back in just 7 days. Thank you, Mr. Ron Hanson. That's a fantastic signature on a really nice vintage card. Put him right here. Front and center, why not? And next we'll go to Cincinnati, Ohio. No hard card. We have Merrill Hodge. Very nice. 1991 Upper Deck. And then we have a Skybox. This card's actually, these Skybox cards, you can see it kind of peeled off here. And then he signed, I don't send duplicates, but I only had 3 cards of him. He signed all 3 of them. Very nice. Now, Merrill Hodge scored a good bit of touchdowns for these Pittsburgh Steelers. He had some concussion issues, what kind of ended his career a little prematurely. Try to get that there out of the glare. But from what I remember is him on ESPN and talking about football every Sunday. And that is what I grew up with, was Merrill Hodge talking football. So really happy to see he signs and really happy to get this return back. Threw me off a little bit because I sent these to Kentucky, but I believe just over the border is Cincinnati. So I sent it off to Fort Thomas, Kentucky. That would make sense that they came back from Cincinnati. But thank you, Mr. Merrill Hodge. 3 for 3 success in 19 days. Very nice. Put these over here. Try to do a football side. Maybe we'll get some more baseball ones in here. You know who this is coming from? Mr. Vern Law out of Provo, Utah. Nice little joy to the world. Little holiday spirit. Now, Mr. Vern Law signs for... It's in between. I've seen $8 and I've seen $10. And I sent him $10 this time and 5 cards. So $50 total. And we got back, hopefully, 5 signed cards. But let's see here. We have this 1966 Topps, which I already had signed by Juan Marichal. So very cool. Of course, Andy Koufax is still living, but is a very hard signature to get. And I think he charges close to $800. So might have to call this one complete. This one's cool. So he was a manager over in Japan. And I actually found this card in a monster box of mine. Just in like the random spot where I put like all my Allen and Ginter, just random cards where I don't know where they go to. But that's cool. He inscribed 79 to 1980. He was over there, Japan, coaching during that time. Oh, look at that. Put a ton of inscriptions on this 60, what is this, a 66? Yeah, 60. Oh, the Bowman. Took a peek at it. Check that out. Cy Young, World Series champs, 2-time All-Star, and then the Lou Gehrig. So, very nice. This is actually a 64 Topps. And then we have a 55 Bowman. I had to peek at the next one. That looks super nice. He used a really thin blue. It's not ballpoint. I don't know if it's Sharpie, but it's a very thin blue pen. It just looks perfect for him putting all those inscriptions on. Very nice. And then this is a 61 Fleer, which are not very easy to get a hold of. So I was able to pick this one up at a card show recently. Very nice. Thank you, Mr. Vern Law. He wrote all of his stats out for us, but I'll just rattle them off. Of course, was the 1960 Cy Young Award winner and won the World Series that year. He's a 2-time All-Star in 1960. He had a 3.77 ERA in his career, over 1,000 strikeouts, 162 wins, won 2 games during that World Series. Absolute fantastic career. Again, he charges, I've seen 8. I've sent him 8 before and got returns back, and I've seen 10, and this time I sent him 10. So, $10 a card isn't too bad, especially if he puts a bunch of inscriptions on them. But these came back in just 7 days, so really quick too. Let's go to Orlando, Florida, and Mr. Eddie Metter. It's nice when they tell us. We have a hard card, and we have a nice inscribed 1968 Topps card. Very, very nice. He's another guy that probably should be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame because he made 6 Pro Bowl teams, spending his entire career with these Los Angeles Rams from 1959 to 1970. He had 46 career interceptions and 5 touchdowns. Pretty good. And is a part of the 1960s NFL All-Decade team. Again, I love that stat. This card came back in just 14 days. Very nice. Let's see. I'm about to put it down here. Got a lot more football this week. Jeez, only 1 baseball return. It's kind of surprising. I try to send out for every... we have 2 baseball, excuse me. But I try to send... a football and a baseball out. Whenever I write a football request, I write a baseball one. So we're getting a lot of the football ones back. Let's go back to Baltimore, Maryland. We were there for Ron Hanson. Let's see who's in this one. There's a hard card. Has me intrigued. Oh, Ken Singleton. Very cool. On an 85 Topps and an 84 Topps. 2 for 2 success. Very, very nice. So, Mr. Singleton had over 2,000 hits in his career and over 1,000 RBIs. He had just under 250 home runs. I think he had 246. He was a 3-time All-Star. Won the World Series in 1983 with these Orioles. Was also the Roberto Clemente Award winner in 1982 as a part of the Baltimore Orioles Hall of Fame. So started his career off the Mets and then went to the Expos and then spent most of his time, I think it was 10 years with the Baltimore Orioles. So very, very nice return. These came back 2 of 2, 7 days. Nice blue Sharpie. I did send a $5 donation total, so it looked like he was signing for free. It looked like he was taking $5, so I just figured I would do 2 for $5 and see if he'd sign both or just 1, and he signed both. So 2 cards, two pretty good cards from the tail end of his career. But thank you, Mr. Ken Singleton. Probably have to do the 85 on top. So that's it, guys. 8 returns, 5 football, 3 baseball. Some nice surprises, and then really, really nice inscriptions, of course, from Mr. Vern Law. But thank you for watching, everyone. I hope your mailboxes are full as well. And bye for now.